Sometimes, when I need a miracle, I look into my daughter's eyes and realize I've already created one. A daughter is one of the most beautiful gifts this world has to give. So, I finished making this period vlog 2 days ago. Today is currently Thursday, November 14th. First of all, I gotta give a big shout out and props to my kid. She deserves a lot of thanks for all the years in her life that she has unfortunately had to witness this debilitating uterus condition, making her mom sick on days when it flares up. And she also deserves a lot of thanks and props for the help, the big help that she was and that she gave me this past Sunday when I was in excruciating amount of debilitating pain on Sunday morning, being in the beginning of the second day of my cycle, because if it wasn't for her helping to get her chores done with cleaning dishes and the kitchen, I would have been so physically just exhausted from having to do all that, in addition to the pain that I was already in, that I wouldn't have had much energy left for even doing the simple task of frying burgers on the stove like I did for our supper on Sunday. So my kid deserves a big thank you for her helping out with getting cleaning chores done around the home when her mom is sick from this uterus condition flaring up. That's the first shout out. And then second point as to why it's taken me so long to post this vlog is because, as I'm sure if you follow my channel and have watched my other adenomyosis awareness vlogs, you'll remember me mentioning about an email in my last vlog that I got last Thursday. That's the biggest reason why it's taken me so long to contemplate posting this first ever adenomyosis period vlog. I've seen other vlogs on YouTube channel for women dealing with endometriosis, their endometriosis period vlogs, but I've never seen one on okay, I shouldn't say I haven't seen one. I've seen one in all of the other YouTube channels that are on YouTube. I've only ever seen one YouTube channel that posted one adenomyosis period vlog. But anyways, that aside, I digress. Reason why it's taken me so long to contemplate posting this is because which I think it does need to be posted, despite any fears of backlash that I might receive, is because it shows in my documentation how stress, both emotional and physical stressors, do indeed, as the studies show, aggravate and worsen the symptoms and pain of this adenomyosis uterus condition. I'm just gonna try and leave it at that because if I keep rambling on, I'm gonna just break down crying in tears, but there you have it, folks. That's why it's taken me so long to contemplate. That's the reason why it's taken me so long, folks, to post this first ever adenomyosis period vlog, which will make it then, I guess, the second adenomyosis period vlog to exist on YouTube, because you'll see throughout this period vlog, if you're able to stick around throughout the whole vlog to the end, how emotional stress that was thrown at me recently, how it correlates with affecting the pain and symptoms of adenomyosis. So, anyways, there you have it, folks. Yeah. Dear mother, your daughter, as you knew her, is no more. She could not be the girl you wanted her to be. From the ashes of her pain, she rose into the mom she needed you to be. Last and third point, before we dive into my first adenomyosis period vlog video, is I have to give a shout out to YouTube channel psychologist Dr. Kim Sage. If viewers watching this current vlog video are unfamiliar or don't have any idea of concept of what it's like dealing with somebody that has BPD, borderline personality disorder, or has no idea what it's like to have been raised by somebody with undiagnosed and untreated BPD as a child, which has caused a lifetime of emotional and mental abuse and CPTSD, on top of numerous other traumas, then I highly recommend you check out Dr. Kim Sage's YouTube channel, because all of the content on her YouTube channel is geared towards helping adults that have been emotionally abused and traumatized by having been raised by parents and caregivers that had BPD. So it's very lonely, isolating, and hurtful. But you gotta keep finding ways to push on. Anyways.
Well, she's so fucking stupid that she's singing along. The trouble with girls is they're all the same. Forget the diamonds and pearls, they just want a ring. Before you know it, you're like a dog on a leash. Well, you can try and change the world, but you won't change me. The bitch came back the very next day. Oh, the bitch came back. I thought she was a goner, but the bitch came back. She couldn't stay away. Don't you know the bitch came back? There she goes again, she's always breaking my balls. No matter what I do, somehow it's always my fault. She says I must be cheating cause I turned off my phone, but that's the only frickin' way she'll leave me alone. The trouble with girls is it's never enough. They love to complain and they never shut up. They like to tell you the way it ought to be. Go on and tell the world, but just don't tell me.
at this point in the day when these pictures were taken, the migraine headache that started coming on, giving me a migraine attack yesterday on Friday, November 8th at around the 1 o'clock mark, had lasted me well over 24 hours by this point. I had already taken 2 doses of extra strength ibuprofen to try to help with the inflammation and the pain. At this point, my head was pounding me even more so, as you can tell from this photo collage here. I had supervised my kid, who was well old enough to do some basic cooking and baking in the kitchen, so I had supervised my kid as she had wanted to bake some brownies and cookies for me as a birthday present for me, because my birthday is coming up next week. And obviously, to keep things safe, I had to supervise my kid in the kitchen while she was doing it. Even though I was letting her handle, doing the basic prepping stuff for the baking, like the mixing and putting the stuff for baking the brownies and the cookies in the pan and then sticking it in the oven. Yeah, I supervised her doing all of that, and she did a good job, but nonetheless, because I had a migraine headache while all this noise and racket was going on, it just made my head worse. So at this point in the day when these pictures were taken for this collage photo here, my head was unbearably and unmanageably sore. So the side of this photo collage on the left, I was laying down sleeping with a cold compress on my head, because sometimes when laying in a quiet, dark room after taking a dose of extra strength ibuprofen and then a dose of extra strength Tylenol still doesn't help to ease the pain from a migraine, then sometimes what I have to do on top of that is use a cold compress on my head. So as you can see, I'm sure, well, not make out, the photo's kind of dark, but I'm sure, as you can see if you're able to focus in on the picture that I'm describing about, the left side of this photo collage here, I was laying down with a cold bean bag compress that I had asked my kid to get out of the freezer for me. And then about 20 minutes later, because the cold compress, had to go back in the freezer because it wasn't so cold anymore after 20 minutes later. So then the photo on the right side of the photo collage, I covered up my face, my head, with my sweater, because obviously with it being daytime outside and my kid and my puppy moving around, curtains moving around, letting the light in, my eyes couldn't take it anymore. So that's how these 2 photos came to be. And thank God for my kid helping me to take these photos to document the pain and the symptoms of the adenomyosis. Time is 7 minutes after 11 at night on Saturday, November 9th. Holy fuck. Not even a whole day yet into the first day of my cycle, and the flow, I'm trying to not use so many TMI words so I don't roast people out, but the flow has increased so fast today from spotting this morning. Then it was light. The migraine I had, that started from last night. That started from yesterday afternoon. Around between 1 and 2. Lasted me basically all throughout yesterday, last night, and into today until well after 6 o'clock today. So the migraine that started from yesterday lasted me well over 24 hours. And sure enough, once I was done getting as much sleep as possible and rest as possible to try to sleep off the migraine, and even when I did wake up, migraine wasn't 100% gone, but it was more bearable to deal with than it was earlier this afternoon. That aside, sure enough, as soon as I woke up from sleeping off most of what I could sleep off of the excruciating pain from the migraine, I started bleeding like fucking Niagara Falls. So whenever I get really bad migraine headaches, in addition to spotting, with the spotting fastly increasing to heavier bleeding, yeah, that's obviously how I can tell I've already started a new cycle. Oh my god, you talk about fucking irritability, holy fuck. Yeah, I don't even want to go into detail about that. It's just, it's like PMS tenfold, because I'm not even able to control the irritability thanks to being in chronic pain all the time from this uterus condition. Fucking hate it. Thank God my kid is at an age now where she's old enough to know how to help out with chores and shit, because I ended up having to ask her to help me get our laundry out of the dryer. When the laundry was done, she had to go downstairs to the dryer room to get the clothes because I couldn't move. The fucking severe amount of pain I was in with back pain and abdominal cramps plus the bleeding. And this was at around between 7 to 8:30 tonight. Yeah. So I'm just trying to find the energy and motivation to walk now from the living room to my bedroom so I can go to sleep, because I know as soon as I stand up, it's just gonna be more Niagara Falls, people. Sorry if that grosses you out, but that's what it's gonna be. So my hack that I'm doing right now, ever since Thursday night, I was wearing heavy bladder pads with underwear. But ever since today, when my bleeding started getting heavier, I go back to my hack of using incontinence underwear. Why? I've tried out using disposable period underwear before, and from my honest opinion from trying out both disposable period underwear before that the Always brand makes, the disposable period underwear is no fucking different than women buying incontinence underwear in the stores. The underwears are made the exact same way. Incontinence underwears are made the exact same way as disposable period underwear, so I see no difference. The only thing I have to do is I can't use the Always brand anymore because I was using them for a while, about a month and a half ago, and because I'm already prone to getting eczema rashes, especially eczema rashes from like chemical eczema rashes. So like if I'm washing dishes or washing my hands too much, I break out in chemical eczema rashes from whatever chemicals are put in the fucking soaps. Well, just like with the fucking Always disposable period underwears, their main brands, their regular incontinence underwear, and also their Always discreet boutique underwears, they have a light scent to them, so I don't know what fucking chemical ingredient is in the brand of disposable is in the brand of Always disposable incontinence underwear that makes them have a light perfume scent to them. But when I was using them about a month and a half ago, they caused me to break out in such a horrendously bad chemical eczema rash on my ass. Sorry if that grosses people out, but that's the truth. That yeah, it's taken me so long. It's just now starting to clear up because I'm not using the Always discreet underwears anymore, the scented ones. But yeah, no. So turns out the only incontinence underwears I can use for how this uterus condition affects my bladder from putting pressure on my bladder all the time, and also for my periods, is the Depends Silhouette and the Tenna Discreet Black Low Rise. That's it. Yeah. Anyways, whatever. I'm gonna try and see how much sleep I can get throughout the night between bleeding like a motherfucker and these fucking cramps and back pains. And of course the bloating. Yeah. Thank God my kid was able to help me get the clothes out of the dryer and bring them up here. Yeah. Didn't even bother folding the clothes. They're still sitting in the laundry basket. I told my kid as soon as she brought them back inside the apartment here, I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. Leave them in the fucking cart by the fucking dining room table. We'll fucking find a time tomorrow to fold them. I'm too fucking exhausted to even fold clothes right now. Yeah. And if it wasn't for my kid being here to help me out with the laundry, guess what? Laundry wouldn't be getting done until maybe 4 or 5 days from now. Why? Because on average, when I get a period, I bleed for 8 days. I actually bleed for like generally the first 3 to 5 days of a period, and then I just do basically spotting after that for the remainder of the days. But the spotting carries on for making it a total of 8 days. But yeah, the most heaviest days of a period for me are within the first 3 to 4 days. So yeah, if it wasn't for my kid being here to help me out with the laundry, like she did tonight, guess what? Laundry wouldn't be getting done for almost a week. So, oh well. Who the fuck cares? I do what I have to do because I don't got anybody to help me out. I see other vlog videos on YouTube of other biological women that have endometriosis, and adenomyosis. It's nice for them. They got family members they can rely on. Me? Fuck off. Nope, I've been fucking left completely deserted in this piece of shit world. So you know what? I'm at the point I don't fucking care anymore about anything or anyone. I fucking don't care. That's my attitude right now. With all the shit that I've been having get thrown on me for so long, I'm at my wit's end with all this crap. Bye. Time is 8:48 a.m. in the morning of Sunday, November 10th. Woke up at 6:30 to use the bathroom. I wasn't really in a lot of pain then. Blood flow of my period hadn't increased then, but between 6:30 this morning and about 37 minutes ago when I laid back down in bed and tried to sleep, the pain has slowly been increasing to the point where I had to call my kid on her cell phone 37 minutes ago because she keeps her cell phone in her room. So I had to call her on her cell phone 37 minutes ago to ask her to go to the kitchen, bring me the bottle of extra strength ibuprofen because I had to pop an extra strength ibuprofen. And then about 10 minutes after me taking that, I tried laying back down, tossing and turning to try to fall asleep. Because ever since 6:30, I was tossing and turning as the cramps slowly started increasing and getting worse and worse. Well, anyways, what's the final result right now? I have to lay in couch in the living room with a heating pad. Had to come out here, had to ask my kid not only to bring me the extra strength bottle of ibuprofen that she brought me when I was in the bedroom for me to take for the pain and the inflammation, because this disease causes a lot of inflammation, which is what leads to which is one of the reasons why what causes a lot of pain for women with this disease. But I just took 2 extra strength Tylenol. So I had to ask my kid to bring me the bottle of extra strength Tylenol. So I popped that, and now I'm doing this, hoping that something starts helping out for the pain soon, because I'm in a lot of fucking pain right now. My body, right now, I was just sitting on the toilet before I came out here. I'm in so much pain right now because the blood flow hasn't really increased. It's more or less just jelly blood clots that my body is trying to push out from my body right now. Yep. The pain right now, on a pain scale of 1 being the least, 10 being the worst, I would say it's at a fucking 20 right now. And I've been dealing with pain like this, pain of this amount of level, ever since I was fucking 14 years old when I first started getting my periods like this. So, that's where we're at right now, people. Please, if you know how to pray or whatever the fuck, pray that I fucking get the help I need soon, because this is fucking horrendous. Time is now 5 minutes after 9 a.m. in the morning of Saturday, November 10th. I'm sitting on the floor, rocking myself back and forth because laying on the couch with all the pain meds I just mentioned that I had taken in the last clip, plus the heating pad on top of me, ain't helping. So I resorted to one of my old methods of dealing with the pain from my high school days, and that's when the pain is too horrendous, I get up, I fucking try walking with it back and forth around the house. I walk with it, and then I take breaks in between of walking with it, with crouching over, kneeling over, and rocking back and forth. So yeah, it's basically at this point, the pain is this horrendous, it's trying to distract your mind from the fucking pain that your whole body's in. Feels like my fucking uterus is trying to get pushed out of me right now. That's how much pain it's causing me right now. Oh my god. And of course it doesn't help the fucking email I got on Thursday from a fucking bitch of a fucking biological family member that's not even family when they're not fucking so evilly, narcissistically abusive. Doesn't even acknowledge her her granddaughter, who happens to be my biological child, in the email anymore because, well, you know, my child made a decision. She doesn't want her grandmother involved, her abusive grandmother involved, after the shit her grandmother pulled this year back in the beginning of June. So the fact that the email I got on Thursday that I broke down crying over, this bitch of a narcissistic evil cunt doesn't even acknowledge her granddaughter in the email, shows that she never really even loved her granddaughter, and that the shit she pulled of saying lies about me at the beginning of June, it was all a fucking narcissistic control tactic just so she could try to manipulate and control me. And when that doesn't work, well, then guess what? Now she doesn't acknowledge her granddaughter in the email because her granddaughter's made the decision from her grandmother being a lying, evil, narcissistic bitch and choosing, hey, you know, I don't want a relationship with this grandmother anymore. So now the grandmother decides to be a narcissistic bitch and not acknowledge her grandchild. Like, fuck off. You're a fucking evil fucking cunt. I mean, yeah, I already know that your whole entire family that I was born into is abusive, narcissistically abusive as fuck. I won't go into details for the public's sake. I'll spare them the fucking gruesome details that I know about how physically and emotionally abusive, narcissistically abusive the family I was born into is. But you know what? Fuck off. Because I fucking advocated for you against their narcissistic abuse that I witnessed my entire life growing up. This is the reason why I'm in this situation right now with no family support. So fuck you, you fucking cunt. If you're stalking my YouTube channel, watching my videos, because I know you know what my YouTube channel is. I showed it to you before our relationship went to fucking hell in a handbasket when I fucking had to permanently cut off all contact with you back in June again. Fuck off. Time is 2 minutes after 10. And I don't know, maybe for about the last 10 to 20 minutes, the amount of cramps I was having in my lower abdomen and in my back, and the pain from it, and not only that, but the cramps and pains that were radiating from my stomach and back down my legs, both of my legs. And it was so severe, like I said, the pain level was at a 20. It was making me feel dizzy. I don't know if it's the extra strength ibuprofen I took a while ago, or the 2 extra strength Tylenols, but for about the last 20 minutes, the pain and the cramps have subsided. So I'm going to try and set alarms on my phone so I stay on top of managing the pain. But in the meantime, my kid and I, we're just going to try and relax. We're going to watch a second Jurassic Park movie, and I'm going to try and have a nap for a bit because this pain fucking makes me physically exhausted. Kid, how would you say your mom is when I'm in this much pain? Like, how much of a bitch would you say your mom is when I'm in this much pain? Between a 1 being least bitchy and a 10 being the most bitchiest you've ever seen a woman be.
6.5?
There you go, people. Okay. Catch you later. Well, time is 7 minutes after 2. I haven't been able to sleep yet because after the last vlog update I did, bloating, not the cramps, but bloating from this uterus condition have been bothering my bladder so bad that I've been fucking constantly going back and forth to the bathroom, pissing. Fucking might as well call me a fucking pisshead. Fucking, I can't fucking hardly sleep at all. So, what did I do? To try to fucking tire myself out, and between my kid and I watching Jurassic Park movies, we're on the 4th movie now, we made brownies. We just made a batch of brownies, so anyways, I'm gonna try and get some sleep now if I can, if I'm able to, without my bladder waking me up. And then I have my alarm set to take my next dose of ibuprofen at around 3:30 before the fucking cramps get excruciatingly bad again like they were earlier. So, we'll see. We'll see how fucking things go today with this fucking piece of shit fucking bitch of a uterus. Time is 11:13 p.m. Still have cramps in my back and stomach. Thank God they're not at as excruciating a level as they were earlier today. I am nearing the end of cycle day 2. Generally, day 3 and 4 of my cycles are the days that I bleed the heaviest, so we'll see what tomorrow brings. So, anyways, yeah, basically just napped this afternoon. Then after I napped for about a couple of hours this afternoon, I cooked some hamburgers on the stove for my kid and I, and that was about it. Just took it easy the rest of the evening because I don't feel good at all with my period. So we'll see what tomorrow and Tuesday have in store for me. Alright, good night, folks. Time is 8:56 in the morning of Monday, November 11th. Just out for a walk. With my kid to walk her to school. I had to take a dose of the extra strength ibuprofen to help with anti-inflammation and pain, and also take a dose of the extra strength Tylenol this morning because, of course, as I predicted last night, today being cycle day 3, I am starting to actually bleed like a motherfucker murder scene. Yeah, I don't know, maybe my kid can vouch between a 1 being least and a 10 being most agonizing pain. How would you rate how would you rate the amount of pain that you see your mom in? With 1 being the least and 10 being the most agonizing. Huh? A 10. There you go. So, anyways, oh my god, and in addition to me starting to actually bleed like a motherfucker today, like basically like Niagara Falls, the bloating in my abdomen on top of that from my swollen uterus putting pressure on my bladder is not helping. It's making me feel like I have to go pee constantly, and a mixture between feeling like I have to go pee and feeling like I might have to puke from how painful the bloating is. So anyways, I will try to check back in later. Time is 5 minutes after 9 a.m. in the morning of Monday, November 11th, 2024, with the amount of pain I'm feeling right now from the bloating in my abdomen, despite me having taken a dose of extra strength Tylenol and extra strength ibuprofen about an hour and a half ago, plus with the pain and cramps I'm having in my lower back. It literally feels like a mixture between I have to go pee constantly right now, with every step I'm taking, or like my body is trying to push my uterus out. Like, and I mean that in the sense that like it feels like internally on the inside, my pelvic organs have been punched at such an angle where the punches are trying to get my uterus pushed out from me. So, anyways, yeah, if you can envision what I just described, how physically painful that is, well, then even if you're not a biological woman, if you're a biological male and you can envision how painful that would sound, having your internal pelvic organs punched at such an angle to the point where they feel like they're gonna fall out from whichever way your organs would fall out from you, then yeah, that's how much pain I'm in right now. So I'm trying to keep a steady pace, because if I walk too fast, the pain's gonna get so nauseatingly painful to the point where I start having dry heaves. So I'm trying to walk at a steady pace so I can make it to the bus stop to get back downtown so I can get home, because when I started this current clip, the city's bus app said I have 11 minutes to wait for the bus downtown. And pardon my French, if you don't like my swearing, well then, you know what, so be it. Don't watch the content videos that I post on my YouTube channel, okay? I don't give a shit if I offend people. There's too many fucking crybaby snowflakes in this world that have been babied for way too long, and that's why so many adults nowadays in today's society are so used to crying that, oh, I'm offended at the stupidest, littlest things. So, yeah. Anyways, alright. That's it for this update. Time is 8:34 in the afternoon of Monday, November 11th. I was bleeding like a motherfucker this morning, like a murder scene. And as is typical with my periods most month, now the bleeding that I've gotten through the heaviest part of my bleeding, now it's basically just light flow and spotting that will last me for another, 5 days, making my period last a total length of 8 days. But I don't know what's more tiring, the fucking cramps and pains I get at the beginning of my period, as you can see documented in this vlog when I needed to use a heating pad on Saturday, with the pain being so bad to the point where sometimes I was literally crying out in pain. I was like, ah, the kind of pain where you want to clench your teeth and scream at the same time because of how much pain you're in. I don't know if you've ever been in pain like that before and can relate to that or not, but or can empathize or sympathize with that or not. But yeah, I don't know what's worse, that kind of pain or the pain from the constant bloating in my lower abdomen that causes me to have bladder symptoms all throughout the month. But for some reason, the increase in the bloating, accompanied with some sharp stabbing knife-like lower abdomen pains near the end of the last few days of the actual bleeding portion of my period, that causes my bladder symptoms to be aggravated to the point where it literally feels like, and I don't know how else to word it except for this YouTube channel by the lady's name, I think, is Sunny. I apologize if I'm not pronouncing her name properly, but I will link her name and her YouTube channel in the description of this video. But like how she describes it, because of the swollen uterus from this adenomyosis uterus condition, it basically puts pressure on our bladders, causing us to feel like we are constantly having symptoms of a UTI, urinary tract infection. Another biological female YouTuber by the name of Uniquely Tish, she also describes similar bladder symptoms being aggravated by the swollen uterus from this uterus condition, which is what I've been dealing with since Thanksgiving Day of October 2007, when my bladder symptoms for this uterus condition started flaring up. And I don't know, it's just, when you're in constant pain in your pelvic region all the time, I don't know if it's because of the pain being in the region of your pelvic organs or whatnot, but it's extremely humiliating. And people that don't deal with pelvic pain, I don't think would ever be able to relate. Like, unless you're in constant chronic pain all the time with regards to your organs in your pelvic area, you have no idea how, yeah, it makes you feel like it causes symptoms of post-traumatic stress because of always having the pains down there. So anyways, I don't know, we might be coming to the end of here soon, folks, of my first adenomyosis period vlog, documenting, or at least me trying to do my best to document the pains and the symptoms that adenomyosis causes in biological women that have this condition. But yeah. I'll see if there's anything else to document later on today, and depending on how the day ends, then we could be seeing today be the last day of the documentation for this for this first adenomyosis period vlog of mine. But yeah, we'll see. It's just, I just wish I could get a break from it for at least a year. At minimum, a year would be like, holy fucking hallelujah, if I could get a break from these bladder and uterus symptoms for a year. But obviously, I realize realistically that is not doable unless I'm able to have a fucking hysterectomy. So whatever it is, what it fucking is. And I guess if I was to have a hysterectomy, I'd have to apply for government home care to help me out with home care for whatever 6 to 8 weeks after having hysterectomy surgery, because I wouldn't be able to do any bending over or heavy lifting with my abdomen muscles after having that kind of surgery for 6 to 8 weeks. So I don't fucking know. I've been dealing with this for fucking the pains of the horrendously painful, excruciating periods I've been dealing with since I was 14, so that's going on 23 years, and then the bladder symptoms from this uterus condition I've been dealing with for 23 years, so fucking do the fucking math on how long in total I've been living in pain from this bitch of a uterus. And it is what it is, whatever. Catch you later, people, if I have anything else to update with. I just wanted to give disclosure that after watching yesterday's second clip for the first period vlog video, yesterday being Sunday, November 10th, yeah. Take it from me, people. That's what happens when you spend your whole entire life bending over backwards for people that ask and beg and cry to you for you to help them out and advocate for them against abuse when they are also abusers. And then in the end, what ends up happening? They stab you in the back. They fuck you over, so you're left stranded with nobody, by yourself, like me. Fuck off, world. And by me saying fuck off, world, I mean fuck off all evil, narcissistic, psychopathic people that are abusive, and also people that have borderline personality disorder. Fuck all of you. I detest assholes like you assholes with a passion. Fuck off. This world would be such a much happier, better place if there was no evil assholes like you jerk-offs in the world. Time is around 2 minutes after 4 in the afternoon of Tuesday, November 12th. Sorry I didn't do a vlog update earlier today from last night. I've been under stress today from an unexpected email I received this morning at around 12 minutes after 3 in the morning. Sorry, just having a sip of my coffee here. Anyways, so yeah, my intuition had a feeling I was going to get an email from this particular individual, but I was hoping I wouldn't, because I've told this individual before to stop harassing me, but they keep on contacting me and harassing me. So, what was I doing between the last vlog update I recorded yesterday and this one? I will show you what I've been working on to try and help me keep calm and de-stress. I've been coloring adult calming pictures, because this is the only thing my body can handle doing when I'm under so much physical pain like I am. Speaking of the stress, I have a migraine. I've been feeling a migraine attack again for about the last hour or so. I took a ibuprofen for it about 20 minutes ago, hoping it kicks in soon. I know at some point today I gotta take my dog out for a walk and go to the store to pick up some of my special underwears that I wear for my the bladder symptoms this uterus condition causes. I don't know what's worse, the pain and the cramps that this uterus condition causes in my lower abdomen and my back that radiate around in a circle, or the bladder symptoms, because sometimes you get urinary retention where you try the best you can to empty your bladder, but you just can't fucking empty it, so you're sitting on the toilet for what can only be described as anywhere between 5 to 20 minutes, constantly pushing and trying to empty your bladder, because unfortunately from this uterus putting pressure on the bladder, you can't just let your muscles relax and the piss come out like normal people. No, that don't work in women that have this condition. So sometimes with urine retention, you gotta sit and you gotta try and push the piss out of you, almost like you're trying to push a baby out of you. And then other times, you got the urinary frequency. And then that, in addition to sometimes when you're trying to piss, this uterus condition causing pain in your bladder from it putting pressure in your bladder. Sometimes, and I'm sorry if this is TMI, too much information rushes people out, but this is literally what it feels like. Sometimes this uterus condition causes so much bladder pain when you're trying to empty your bladder that it feels like a mixture between either your urethra is being cut by razor blades, or it feels like somebody's trying to rip the skin out of you, like you're trying to pee and you're having somebody rip the skin from your urethra or whatever in that general area out out of you. Like, that's the only, yeah, it's like skin being ripped. It's like somebody trying to rip skin off of you, actually. Not even razor blades. It feels more like your skin is being ripped. Anyways. On my shirt. There it goes. My last flying fuck. That's how I feel about the fucking world and all narcissists in it. Anyways. Oh yeah, so anyways, update about period vlog update, right? So yeah, so from where I left off yesterday's vlog, the flow did end up picking up again yesterday evening. That's, I expect why my bladder and my stomach was so bloated yesterday with so many bladder symptoms, because I ended up having an increase in the blood flow again late yesterday evening. Today it's kind of tapered off a little bit to like a light flow again, but we'll see. I still have not big long jelly clots like it was on a Sunday morning trying to get pushed out of me, but it's I still have tiny pieces of blood clots now coming out of me. But yeah, we'll see. So it looks like unfortunately, folks, the period vlog must continue. We're not at the end of this first period vlog yet, so please bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, I'll try to give an update later. God forbid, or God please forgive me if I'm not in condition to give a vlog update later because of my head pain getting worse, but fingers crossed. Time is 5:26 p.m. I just made it back home now. I went to Shoppers to get myself some of the Depends Silhouette brand of incontinence underwear. I use it for when I have bladder leaks from my uterus pushing on my bladder, and also for my periods. Yeah, because they basically work the same as disposable Always brand period underwear. And then after I was done at a pharmacy, because I don't pay for my pharmacy underwears. I have a ODSP disability account, so my disability caseworker, they pay the pharmacy a certain amount of money every month to cover me getting a certain amount of the incontinence underwear supplies, so I don't have to pay for it out of pocket. And then when I was done, I went to next door to the dollar store, got myself another calming adult coloring book and a squeaker toy for Roger there. I don't know if you can see. It won't zoom in. Shucks. Well, there you go. You can see he's busy playing with the new toy he got. Anyways. Oh my god, the pain I'm having in my bladder right now. It's like a mix of bloating in my stomach, plus also, like I said, a feeling of like my skin being ripped out from me. Yeah. It's very... I don't know how to describe it unless you're used to living with chronic pelvic pain all the time, and I have the chronic pelvic pain. It's at various pain levels depending on the day, time of month, and how much stress I'm under. Some days I'm able to handle the pain better than others. Some days the pain is so bad I want to cry. I want to burst into tears from how painful it is, but it's living with chronic pelvic pain, especially that affects your bladder. It's embarrassing. It makes you very self-conscious and embarrassed of yourself, and then it also makes you very conscious of the world around you. It literally causes post-traumatic stress symptoms, because you basically want to keep everybody at a distance so that way nobody accidentally like bumps into you and hits your stomach down there where your bladder is, because you're afraid that you're gonna leak like that you're gonna gush like an ocean if somebody accidentally bumps into your stomach down there. Or I don't know how to explain it, but anyways. Oh my god, it hurts. Anyways, I'll see if I can give an update later. So I took, like I said, a extra strength ibuprofen earlier for the migraine headache. It still has not dissipated or gone away, so I just popped now 1 extra strength Tylenol. Anyway, so we'll see. Fingers crossed. Alright, catch you later, people. Time is 11:49 in the late evening or night hours of Tuesday, November 12th. Yeah, I think I'm coming to the end of my first period vlog here, but as is typical, since October of 2007, with every cycle, I get an increase in bladder symptoms at the beginning of days before I start my period and when I start a period, and then also for a few days at the end of a period when I'm done actually bleeding and just like, you know, having good flow, and then just spotting. And yeah, like I said, I don't know what's worse, that or just the fact that ever since 2007 I've been living with constant varying degrees of level of bladder pelvic pain, all because of my swollen uterus putting pressure on my bladder. And sometimes when the bladder pain gets really bad, like it is today, it makes my back sore. I sometimes have the pain radiating down my legs. Sometimes, if the pain is bad enough, it also makes me feel dizzy and makes my body shake all over from how bad the pain is. And yeah, I'm just, I got the TV going on in the background, something just to try to occupy my mind, distract my mind from how bad the pain is right now. But yeah, it's just, holy shit. It's embarrassing. I feel I get embarrassed from it. Like, who else deals with their bladder constantly making them feel like they have no control over their bladder? Like, what other adult do you know of that deals? I'm the only one I know of that deals with this shit. I don't know of any other adults that have fucking problems with their fucking bladders. Like, please, if somebody within circle of people that I hang with is seeing this and they have problems with their bladder too, causing them pain, please fucking, like, send me a fucking email or something, cause this is fucking horrendous. Like, it's just... It's embarrassing, like I said. It's embarrassing, and it makes me feel very self-conscious of myself. Yeah. So, yeah, that's where we're at, folks. Trying to drink a glass of water right now just because I need water. My throat is dry from allergies, but of course, I know that drinking the water means I might not get a lot of sleep tonight, as is the case with most nights for, I guess, 18 years now. But, because it's kind of hard to get sleep at nighttime when you're fucking constantly having to get up to go to the bathroom, even from drinking the tiniest, littlest bit of, liquid. Doesn't matter what fucking kind of liquid you're drinking, water, tea, coffee, it doesn't matter. And then, of course, stress. Anytime I'm under stress, it aggravates the bladder symptoms of this uterus condition. So I'm terrified. I'm terrified for some upcoming dates within this next month, where between now and the middle of December, where I have some appointment dates I have to get to. Very important appointment dates that I get to. I cannot miss them, but it's just the fact that they're so important. I don't really want to go into detail, but very important to the point where they're very stressful. Very stressful. Yeah, I don't want, like I said, don't try not to go into detail, but and then on top of them being stressful, the fact that I have no 100% no fucking family support through any of this shit. It's like, what was the point? What was the point of my body being cursed with this uterus? That's basically what it feels like. It's a fucking curse. Like, if I could, I would fucking operate on myself right now. Fucking cut the fucking motherfucker right out of me. But anyways, it just is what it is. Like I said in my ovulation symptoms blog from a couple months ago, I have varying days depending on the pain level with this uterus condition. Some days are better than others, and right now, just because of the amount of pelvic pain that I'm in, I'm feeling pretty low right now, but hopefully there's better days to come ahead, I hope. But yeah, I'm sure this won't be the last vlog I make to document the pains and the symptoms that this fucking uterus condition causes. Yeah, I honestly don't understand what the point of me being given this uterus was. It seems to be more of a curse than it has been a blessing. It's only birthed one child on this earth, and my child has the rest of her siblings up in heaven, or wherever people believe souls go when the body dies, but whatever. It is what it is, I guess. Who the fuck cares? Alright, well, I guess that's it for this first period vlog. I'll catch everybody in the next vlog, depending on how loyal my YouTube subscribers are. Whatever. Don't really give a shit. Peace out.